good news lately there, chat room. I wanted to talk to you guys about netcode positivity. I know you guys are going to like this topic from top to bottom. In November 29th of 2020, a commentator realized that netcode was important for online fighting games. Not even on a Tuesday in it, Logan Sama says, I think it's important for the growth of a game that online competition is viewed as both valuable and legitimate by the player, along with the online being an enjoyable user experience. In a time when it's likely we will still be focusing on online play in 2021, even more so. He figured it out right on time. How do I go about starting a respectful and positive campaign to encourage Capcom to revamp the netcode for 2021 stay-at-home gaming? Sounds like an Xbox presentation, doesn't it? What's coming to your offices in 2021 as the best stay-at-home gaming experience? I really want to engage in a productive way so players of all levels can enjoy themselves more whilst playing the game. Positive vibes only, no shitting on anything, not even thinly veiled sarcasm. First of all, people have been yelling for 4 years, 5 years now if you count the beta, about Street Fighter's netcode. I don't know that there's any way for the community to be louder about the importance of online play, correct? Like, I don't actually think it's possible for there to be a larger emphasis on a single issue. In fact, as an example, Reddit Street Fighter has a poll every year or whatever that's like, what's your largest issue with Capcom? If we were going to give them, a breakdown of like what the issues are with Street Fighter, what would it be? And for like 4 years running, netcode was like the largest thing that they were complaining about. But then I realized we really needed netcode positivity, and thanks to the lovely Drewface in the chat, we have it. Can you even believe how good that is? Oh, it's so good, isn't it? As funny as this tweet is, netcode positivity is actually an important topic. Do it again? All right, one more for you addicts. Okay. The reason I say that it's actually an important topic is not because of the Logan Sama tweets, because I think all of us know that everybody's been asking for Street Fighter's netcode to be better for 4 years, or 5 years now, in fact, including the betas. And there was a fan-made fix, and people were hype about that. It was a good start. I don't want people to get the idea that the Ultimate patch was perfect, right? It was not perfect. It had issues, obviously, but it was a good start. The reason I bring this up is because I do actually think it's very important to consider how your messaging is when you ask for things. Because if there's one thing I've noticed recently, chat room, is people want netcode to be great, and they fucking really want it, and they're ruthless about it. You guys are in everybody's mentions all the time, constantly like, listen up, motherfucker. And I think that's tight as fuck. But I also think when I look at stuff, people just drown. Developers are like, man, it's been a really tough week for me, but I'm going to go out and grab some dinner tonight. I'm going to really treat myself. And they're like, why don't you treat us to roll back netcode, huh? It's been open source for a while now. It's been common in fighting games for over 14 years. You could just go over right now. And they're just like, oh, shit. I'm like, damn, they just fucking let them have it, huh? Come on, it looks like Smithers in the corner. He's just like trapped in the corner. He's like, ah, and they're just like these girls like working their rollback at him.
The season V
for
dev
super donating the big five.
Wasn't one of the questions netcode? Do they not know what we want based on their own official forms?
I would hope so. That's what I would say. Anytime they open up an official channel, you should always respond nicely that you want netcode and how important it is to you for netcode, and be positive. Say, look, this is the experience that's provided in other games. And I'm not saying you guys should stop asking for great netcode. In fact, I won't either, because seeing this shit on my timeline makes me laugh. Not even just netcode. Whatever you want in a fighting game, crossplay, like online features, user experience, lobbies to be improved, like whatever you want, you should be vocal about it. But at the same time, you should be careful that you don't sound like an asshole. And I know for some of you in the chat room, from experience, I can tell you that's going to be difficult for you. When you see those people who like tweet at Ed Boon, and Ed Boon's like, man, my house got flooded today. I'm really devastated. And they're like, not as devastated as us Molina fans. Don't be that guy. Because if 1,000 people tweet very nicely, hey, I want rollback, right? It's fine. But one person, you know what it's like being a streamer and 99% of your chat room is nice, and then there's that one person there's an asshole, and you start talking shit on them. It's what happens with developers. One person is an asshole to them about rollback, and they're like, fuck that guy. Who likes rollback anyway? Fuck that guy. As a streamer, I'll tell you it happens every day. I'm enjoying my stream. It's great. And then some idiot types in the chat, They don't understand why we talk shit on that one person. And you know why we talk shit on that one person? First of all, because you can't let some stupid thing scroll by your chat room without you saying something. And second of all, if one person types that way or feels that way, more people might take that position or take a dumbass position in your chat, and you got to explain it. One person says something stupid and then somebody else reads it and is like, oh, all right. Then it just continues going. More importantly, what I'm trying to say, chat room, is that Drewface made something very funny, and I wanted to show it for the big Lotus. Thanks very much. Here, I'll drop this for Lotus since he's here. It gets me every time. It's important. Yeah, just add a little please in there. Be kind every once in a while when you're asking for this stuff. Now, should you have to be kind about asking for basic features in fighting games that every other genre is capable of including in the cheapest free-to-play games that exist? Unfortunately, yes, unfortunately. You might have to still ask nicely for basic features that plenty of other games just have natively. You know? What are you supposed to do? Imagine having to ask for functional online?
I can't stand that kid.
I don't have to imagine. It's where we live. It's reality. So when Capcom ignores us again, when can we send an angry tweet? I told you that ship has sailed. It's been 5 years. It works fine in Japan. That's funny, but I forgot. I should have saved a link to the bookmark of watching Korea versus Japan. Dude, Korea versus Japan is not very far. I cannot believe how bad the rollback looked. That can't be more than 90 ping or something, right? Like, it's got to be like 50. I couldn't believe how bad it looked. No, like, rollback game that works well should look like this from this distance. Like, it's got to be an anomaly, right? Like, you should be able to play Korea to Japan. It's so weird. My Wi-Fi is so buff. It's a Sajam sub. Someone banned that guy. Listen. The wildest thing is when I looked at my viewership metrics, I have such a small percentage of viewership that's under 18. I'm too fucking boring. Kids already have teachers in their schools. They're not interested in hearing this fucking guy sit over here and deliver a lecture all day. All right, that was a bait. Anybody who said they were under 18, ban them from my stream. I saw a few. What the fuck? 32% of my viewership on YouTube is people who aren't subscribed. Hey, what the fuck's your problem? You watching my shit and you're not subscribing? Subscribe to the damn fucking channel. You just click a little button. Huh? It's not that hard.